I'll come over there in a minute. The wind's blowing, so they're probably getting a lot of crackling in the audio. Folks, we're going to work on this porch on the front of the jailhouse today. It's actually going to be several days, but you know, it is what it is. When we bought this thing, this porch looks ugly as crap. We've already been working on it. Structurally, we got it solid. We did that in a previous video, which you should have already saw. But we need to make it look better. It's ugly. Fugly even. Fugly. All right, so let's go around and look at the other side, Donnie, so they get a nice, good representation of what it looks like when we start. And if we make the thing look better, then they'll know. Back up a little bit here. So that's what we're starting with. Now, structurally, it's solid, but it just looks bad. I'm gonna go across the street and show you what it looks like as you're driving down the road. All right, so we've just about finished with the inside, but this front porch is ugly as crap. They added that because down here, all of the buildings on that side of the street had problems with the air conditioning working well enough in the 80s whenever they added AC to a bunch of these buildings. The AC didn't work very well because of all of the sun constantly beating down on the front of the buildings. So they all put in awnings and stuff, and they even built a porch here just to keep some of the sun out of there. So we've got some little shingles falling off of that top row there, and the whole thing looks bad. It had collapsed a little in the middle that we fixed, and so the rain was falling off right here. Now the rain rolls down and comes down this side. So this is kind of what we're starting with.
Okay, y'all, if you see, all these are pretty well flat, but way up at the top, you see them cups? That's what we're gonna try to get out of here.
It's like that top row is messed up.
That's because they're real thin up there, the cupping. But if you see if you can get a sight down this front, right? See how bad that front is? Mm-hmm. That's what we're fighting against. That's what we're gonna try to fix down through there. But we got to figure out a way to make all of them the same color to begin with.
It's all grayed and weathered. We know that none of these have been replaced. We've been here in town since 2006, so for 15 years nobody's done anything to these shingles
at all.
No
stain, no nothing.
I guess they're called shakes.
So anyway, we took some bleach and mold.
Like straight bleach.
See that one there?
We just sprayed it on there just for giggles, and it actually turned the wood back brown. So, who would believe that's even possible? But if you've got old grade wood that's weathered and you spray bleach on it, it makes it back more of its natural colors.
Now, it wasn't straight bleach, it was diluted bleach.
Yeah.
So don't put 100% bleach on it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's what we're gonna start dealing with. We're gonna rip some of this front off. I don't know exactly how much yet.
There's some structural problems we gotta fix. Aren't there? Like right here in the front, just a little bit?
Basically, if you guys watched our other video, we come in from the backside and we reworked this whole thing, and we was getting ready to have the big Mayfest, so we didn't want to tear the front of this off and make it look ugly during that. So now here it is, the Mayfest is gone. So we're gonna this piece of plywood is rotten here, where the water has ran down and ran through it because it was sagged. So we're gonna pull all this off and fix that piece of plywood in there, and then put the shake back on here, and put new shake, and then touch up everything we need to touch up in here.
And we probably put some felt paper and try to do it a little better where it won't mess up. But we think we can put a stain on it. If we get a stain on it, it will help it protect it, where we won't have as many problems down the road. I don't know if the stain will do anything about it cupping though.
It should, because it should keep the damn water from penetrating and swelling wrong. So.
Well, that's what we're starting with. So this is what we're beginning with. Some parts are pretty bad right here, but we'll see what we can do.
There's a pretty bad spot right in here.
Now, of course, we soon will be repainting the whole facade too. So our idea is white trim holes in the wood, white trim. The saloon door will be gone. We're going to lighten this all up if we can, bleach it back to a lighter color, and then put it like a semi-opaque stain. I'm gonna try to get away with not doing a solid stain. Donnie's saying we might need a solid stain, but we'll see. I'd like for it to have a little bit of the cedar showing through, you know, if we can do it. But and then the front of the building is going to be like a light brown, almost like a goldish brown. So light brown, white trim, darker brown porch, and we think that'll make it look a lot better. We hope.
Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah,
Subscribe to the channel.
make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to get into this, so here we go.
And it starts, y'all. We're gonna tear part of this off and check the underside of it and see exactly what's going on here. We know pretty sure. We're pretty sure what's going on, but we've got to get a little deeper and check. We're trying to save a few of these so we can patch the other stuff. With it and not make it look as noticeable. So we're gonna play around with it here and see what we can come up with. Let's see where. Instead of watching through the viewfinder. We're gonna have a full day of picking up nails, it looks like. Back to you here in a little bit. We're just tearing it down here, tearing off what we can to get towards the bottom of it here. We'll get back to you when we get a little closer. So we're starting to get a system down now of how this stuff works. Or we're getting into better wood, one or the other. Ouch. That one stuck me. Look at this, y'all. Right there. Every water that gets in there goes right in that crack. That's what we're having a problem with. But we'll get it.
We'll get it. No problem. Alright, y'all, if you watch close, that whole thing's moving. Every time he gets on it, the whole piece is moving. Yeah, you see it there? The whole thing is flexing. There's a big hole in there that we're trying to get through here. Fix. Buckled in my trash.
Yeah.
The real bad cut ones we're getting rid of. Obviously the ones we're breaking. What I'm also thinking, them things are so long, you start cutting them as you go up. You know, you move that one the upper row, you would have to about cut off. You move that one upper row, you would about have to cut off what is dark colored there to get it to fit. So you might be able to, I might only have to put 1 or 2 rows here on the bottom, and everything else will look new because I've cut the end of it off to get it to fit. Now that's going to be part of it. But you can look here, like that one versus that one. See, you got that much, you got 6 inches that you got to cut off of it. So, and as you go down, it gets longer, I believe, on these. We got the fleet out today. We got the red truck here. We got the dump truck here. We got the old Dodge here. We got both the brothers here working hard at it. Out here. It's a nice cool day. It's 74 degrees right now, so it's not extremely hot. So we're trying to get all this done before it gets extremely hot. But we're getting there. We found the bed spot right there at his hand. There's a hole all the way through. So there's one bad spot in it. But that ain't gonna be the only one. There's more. There is more. You see the whole board shaking up there. I think the whole top of it's gone. But we'll get there. We'll get it. We'll get it and get it finished. It ain't no big deal. You can see the bad spot in it there, obviously. So we're pulling that off. That's full 8-foot section there. 8-foot plywood. So we're gonna pull that out and replace it. They're telling me that 10 up there, or where that thing see right. I can't tell where my finger's at. See right there. Pause it and look. There's a seam in the metal roofing, and they're saying that's what the problem is. You can see where we rebuild all that. Ooh, that top beam, we're gonna have to address it. So that ain't good, but we'll figure it out. We'll address it. That top piece is on, we roll it out right there, but it don't matter. It matters, but it don't matter. Basically, the rafter tails, or the whatever you want to call that, is sitting on that new wall we made. Right there. There's a rafter tail there, there's a rafter tail there, there's a rafter tail there, there's a rafter tail there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back over here and cut it off. Just happens to be one sitting on the truck there. We're gonna cut it off and we'll fix it.
Ok, voy a traer la sierrita que es chiquita. La cortas hasta allá.
No. Tremendo, pues vale.
Now you can get a good look at that wall that we built. We knew this was an issue, but I didn't want to open it up out here while we had that festival going on. So I left it, and now we're getting to it. I didn't realize that top was rotted out like that, but no problem. We're fixing to cut it back there, and we'll be good to go here shortly. We're gonna get up on top there and seal. I think you can see. There's one right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. Evidently, they put that thing together with. It looks like 2 by 8 or 2 by 10 pieces. So basically, they're 2 foot wide and they're 8 foot long. So it's a 2 foot piece of tin, and then I don't know if they siliconed it on each side or if they like tried to weld it on each side or what. I ain't been up there to look yet, but I will be here shortly, and that looks like it has failed right there. But that's the only place it seems to have failed, so we should be good. They're going to get up there and they're going to cut that piece out, and we're going to cut these pieces that are rotted out of probably that right there, and get all it together and get it fixed up here.
Bueno, solamente aquí, mire, tal.
Okay.
La de unión de la lámina,
See what?
la guarda es aquí.
Okay. We fix it. No problem. Maybe necesito catar más abajo.
Well,
Okay, y'all. Here's where all the damage stems from. See that right there? There's no silicone there. Got everything else has been nice silicone, but here it's not. There it's not. That's where all the water's coming in, and you see there, it's got a little spot there, but that ain't gonna hurt nothing. We're gonna we'll seal that up real good and be good to go. There's the new piece that we're putting in there. They're marking their studs.
Ahí está. ¿Dónde está el otro? Ahí está, márcalo. Ahí está.
No, espera.
So we got that top piece replaced, spliced in there, nice and good. Now we're gonna get this bottom piece. It's a pain in the butt. We're gonna go ahead and cut it out and replace it.
No, acá con.
Déjame la.
We're replacing that piece now. If y'all can see up there. Just gone.
Pero qué tanto es
We're
tantito.
gonna replace it with this piece. So we're getting that done. And there's the plywood that we're gonna put up there before we put our felt paper. Now, who would try to rip 2x6 with a battery operated saw?
Quedó larga, güey.
That battery, you just seen it ripped out. It also ripped out. It also made those 3. It also cut that one up there. And I also cut a small one to go behind that. And the battery still ain't dead.
No pasa nada.
And it's ready to cut more. Crazy. We're fixing to rip this plywood with it too. That's okay, we're starting to put our braces in, or triangles, or whatever you call it there. What we traced and cut them. Basically the same thing they had. So that's what we're doing. We're just putting them up there. Basically they had it here.
Ahí.
We're putting it in every one of them studs.
¿La trae ayer?
Ajá.
Viejillos, ¿eh? Van a comprar la botella porque dice que el amigo ayer salió de la casa a las 8 de la noche. Y lo van a esperar, es una carne asada.
No, mamá.
Y yo soy puro paisa también ahí viví.
Sí, va. Allí vive Pepe, pues.
Donde vivía Pepe.
Ajá.
Donde vivía. Porque Pepe ya no vive ahí.
Ya no ves.
Okay, so we got all of our braces in, all of our lines, or whatever you want to call it, all of our triangles. We got all that in. We got it squared away. We're getting ready to cut a piece of plywood here. He ran in there to get a straight edge. We're gonna cut it up. 8 foot ripped with it. There's that. We're gonna slide that piece in there.
Ya lo pongo todo eso. Va a volar. ¿Dónde lo vas a pegar allá?
Que quede limpio, güey. Nomás quedó los cochinos.
A lo limpio va a quedar.
Seguro.
Oh, it's going up. It's like a glove.
Y tú topeas también, ¿no?
grande, no tornillo más chiquito, lo es de así.
Sí.
No negros.
No necesito mucho because we're gonna put mucho clavos.
No hay otro pedazo de madera ahí. Es que aquí te agarra bien poquito.
He's checking everything, getting it just perfect there. There you go.
Es 1 pulgada. Es la mera pipa, güey. Es muy grande.
There it is. It's up there. They thought that was their ball. One last look before we start putting on the tar paper. And one of them little black spots you see is screws that he put in or nails. He's sweeping up down there. We're fixing to roll tar paper out on it and nail it in. Hitting that other side just in case. But it's working out pretty good here. So we replaced all the angle pieces, and we replaced that bottom piece, and now we're replacing the plywood, and we're gonna put tar paper on it. Y'all, we're gonna cut it right here. Give us a thumbs up for filming it. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, and we'll catch you on the next one. And the next time you see us, we'll be putting the shingles on. So, should be good.